Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Wargroove. You can see we are back here in Elodie's arcade mode in the mission against Mercia, but the map is different. The way arcade mode seems to work is that there are a variety of maps available. I'm not sure if it's segregated by stage, like there's a variety of maps that are available for stage 1 and then a different set that are for stage 2, or if they're like grouped up like these are the ones that can appear in the first 2 and these are the ones that can appear in the second 2. But we did have different maps on the 3 battles before this, but they had what I would describe as similar complexity to the first 3 maps the first time around. Like, there were not ships and air units available. So, I don't think that, I don't think you've missed much by me going back through the first half of this off camera. It was a bunch of pretty straightforward, pretty easy battles. And now we are back here, where it is totally possible for me to get way too aggressive and get us all killed. You know, it happens. So, we've started in control of 2 towers, a barracks, and a dock. There are some barracks over here, some barracks in the middle, there's some additional docks out in the water, and 1, 2, 3, so the stronghold is not quite close enough to the water to be shot with a cannon ship, but a lot of the buildings over here are. Cannon ships should be very, very powerful on this map. So, actually, I think we're in a pretty complicated situation here. Getting a hold of some more barracks, obviously, is going to be paramount, and we probably ought to run forward as fast as we can to accomplish that. I'm going to have this guy run this way to try to grab some of this stuff. Have you follow up. What do I think is the most reasonable thing to buy? She started with 1,200 income, so she's going to have 1,300 gold in her first turn. So she's going to buy a giant or something. My income is 600. I'm actually wondering if we need to get a trebuchet right now and just like stand it at the bridge and keep people in front of it so that we can fight whatever nonsense she's hiring. But it's important to remember that she already has access to flying units as well. So we're making so little money that if I buy an alchemist now to potentially ward off flying units, we will not be able to buy the trebuchet next turn. We'll be at 900. I guess, you know what we probably want actually is a harpoon ship. This is still going to keep us off of the trebuchet, but this gives us a lot of versatility. Are there reefs? There are not reefs super nearby. I mean, like, if we get the ship over to here, it will be able to cover a pretty significant portion of the island. It'll be tough for their flying units to really contribute. And if they get a cannon ship to counter the harpoon ship, the counter for the cannon ship is actually pretty cheap. But we probably need to be picking up stuff that is designed to help us out economically first, right? Yeah, I guess let's get the merfolk. That's going to leave us at 1050 next turn, which is enough to get a cannon ship. Yeah, you know what? Maybe that's the play. So then, do we want to buy anything else? I kind of think we don't. Okay, they bought a dragon right away, which maybe means we don't want to go cannon ship next. Yeah, the ability to purchase a first turn dragon, a little too powerful in my opinion. So we have to buy a harpoon ship. We could buy a ballista of our own, which I'm usually not a big fan of, but we'd have to spend time rolling it forward. It does do 90 damage to dragons. How good are harpoon ships against dragons? 75. I think I like the harpoon ship more. And then we have 500 left. We could grab a ranger. Rangers do very poor damage to dragons. But we also need to be able to, you know, fight the ground units, right? End up at 1100 next turn, which is enough to buy the trebuchet. So maybe I actually just, like, buy another swordsman or a pikeman. That would leave us with enough money to buy the trebuchet to help fight, you know, the strong stuff they might purchase. but also give us a little bit more ability to fight things on the ground. Honestly, I don't think we're going to be advancing down over the island super quickly, so a pike might just be able to keep up. Alright, so the dragon can't affect the tiles next to the barracks. Not this turn. I think we move you to here. I am willing to let the dragon just eat this guy. You can cap this and you'll be able to grab that next turn. And do I want to bring a ballista out instead? Ballistas do such poor damage against things that aren't the dragon, though. One harpoon hit and the dragon is essentially already not a danger. One more harpoon hit after that and he's dead. And he already can't advance without being shootable, really. I'm gonna buy the trebuchet. I know, I really do love them, though. I'm hoping they're just gonna let me take all this stuff, because we could really use the money. Okay, so they bought a ballista. The dragon went out to sea, which is interesting. We just get to paste that guy, and then... you fall back and play defense? Like, there's not really a lot of useful stuff for this guy to do. I guess I can run forward and soften up this swordsman. We run Elodie to here, then... well, if she's right here, she can't actually make it into this tile. So she won't be able to help out against the swordsman anyway. I think we just have this guy fall back. If I had bought a sword instead of a spear, we'd be able to buy a cannon ship right now, which would be pretty nice, actually. And they still really aren't pushing over here at all. So we could buy, like, we could hire a knight and another merfolk to help cover the water. I actually think that's probably where I want to go. Do I want to move Elodie at all? Because if I do, then the knight goes here, right? She's not really in any danger now, but I'd like her to be in a little bit more aggressive position. Let's go here. She's not vulnerable to anything there that she wasn't already vulnerable to. And it means the knight can start a little bit further forward. They roll up the trebuchet, they might lose it immediately. They have their own knight, which we have to watch out for. And Elodie is nowhere near Wargroove. We really need to hunt down some last hits for her. Alright, there's the giant. We knew it was coming. Okay. That's a little awkward. So we can't shoot the dragon because it's too close. I was going to go and claim that, but you know what? I think I'm actually going to go this way because there's more stuff grouped, or more economic buildings grouped more tightly together over here. We just need the income really badly. Alright, so that thing's done for. If we run Elodie forward to get the killing blow on it, she dies, almost certainly. I'm going to run her down here, maybe? That's a little safer because she's in cover. Only a little safer, though. Yeah, this guy could still hit her. What I was thinking is if we have her move here and attack this guy, then we get a crit out of this swordsman, which kills that enemy. That puts us in pretty good shape. Man, we really can't move forward at all thanks to that giant. I think I want to purchase a ranger this turn. The wind won't be blowing so hard. How much income do we have? The ranger would put us on 1,300 next turn, which is fine. Provided we don't lose any buildings, which we will, but 1,200 is still fine. Yeah, they really have positioned themselves such that I can't attack any of their stuff without getting slaughtered by that giant. Alright, well, I am going to do this. I guess I could have moved Elodie there first. It probably doesn't matter. This guy's just going to... He's at 8%. He's just going to kill himself attacking something. You are also going to move over here, and you are going to probably... Honestly, there's a good chance we stay right there. Like, I move right here so that we can summon the ranger in that well-defended spot. And then I just pass, right? Really, 50%. A dragon is... Okay. Dragon's extremely low on health, but apparently that's really something. Okay. Dragon down. How do we want to do this? Let's do the stuff we know we're going to do. I know I'm just going to keep capturing buildings. I know we're going to get a warship. That's something that I've sort of done the math on already. We could just... I think I'm just going to reinforce with the trebuchet. Don't have quite enough money to get it to full, but we can get it pretty close. And then... we can take this very injured swordsman and do... or very injured spearman. Soften you up. If I move forward at all, I get alchemisted, so actually taking the shot from right here is pretty good, though. I'm not too worried about the alchemist hitting the knight. I want to kill this guy with Elodie, and I want to do it from above. If I run forward like this, I'm letting the giant kill my knight. But then the giant's dead. Between the cannon ship and the trebuchet, we have no problem killing him off. And then we've probably established local control. And this is the version of this that both lets me get a killing blow with the commander and also, I think, keeps us safest. I might even just leave this guy here without attacking, because if I attack, he dies. We might leave him there just to block. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess the giant doesn't have a path to us anyway. I could just finish this thing off. That should probably be done. That needs to happen. Okay. Yeah, that was definitely the least damaging version of that for us. That was really good. Alright, they're bringing in a flyer, so we definitely need to make sure we are as far forward as we can be. The wind is very tiresome. It's a very annoying mechanic. Let's get right up inside his attack range. Well, hold on. Hold on. We know this is happening. I probably don't want to get all the way up inside of his attack range. I guess I can't attack from any place where I can't get counterattacked. Maybe the better play is to just grab this then. Interesting that started with so much less health. So what do we want to do here? I guess the the tediousness of the wind mechanic is maybe why they didn't use it that much during the campaign. Part of I think part of the problem is I'm just not used to looking at the because there's no meaningful weather in the campaign. I'm not used to looking at the weather meter. It's just something I had to get used to. So how do we want to deal with this giant, given that he is sort of allowed to advance under the cover of weather and not ever be in any danger? So we can take a pretty big chunk out of him with Elodie. That puts her in a position where she gets crit by an alchemist, punched by the giant, and shot by that archer. So that's not great. But I could kill the archer. And if the giant just stands there and punches back, then the trebuchet kills him next turn. I take a pretty small amount of damage overall with this. Then I just block a little bit. Ah, man, I'm so close to being able to move over there and kill that guy. And I guess we can roll the trebuchet forward, because I don't think I'm really very attackable here. Do I want to go all the way? I mean, I would like to go all the way if it's safe to do so. Let me think. They could definitely kill that swordsman and then run through and attack the trebuchet. Maybe that's a good enough reason not to go this far forward. It's like the battle pup kills the swordsman. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess they'd only be able to hit the treb once, though. If I'm here, they can still do it. We would have to stand pretty far back to be safe from the alchemist running through and attacking the trebuchet. And when it does so, it'll do 50% damage. Okay, so in order to be safe, he's going to be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in order to be safe, I can't roll forward any further than this. And even that's just me getting hit by the giant. Honestly, maybe I can't move. And it's already going to get hit by the giant. But it also can't afford to roll any further back and still be part of the battle. I guess, though, actually, having their alchemist do that is probably pretty good for me, in the sense that it means that they've spent their 2 full health units attacking the trebuchet and nobody else takes any damage, and then we can just retaliate really hard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to roll the trebuchet forward to here so that anything that attacks it is cannonable. And that's going to be our strategy for dealing with that. And then we actually have quite a lot of money left. So what big impressive thing do I want to buy? We have this guy incoming. We're going to be able to have the spear ship here. So it's going to have range over a considerable amount of the field. Basically, I'm back to thinking about whether or not I want ballista. Kind of wondering if I do. Alright, let's buy the damn ballista. They're going to rely so heavily on dragons, I don't know that I have a lot of choice. Because they already have purchased another dragon. We're going to have like a, not just one good anti-air unit. We have to have an anti-air core. Okay, so they bought their own trebuchet. We were able to uncap the building because when I captured it, it captured at very low strength. Alright, how do we want to do this? Elodie's at 85%. A killing blow at this point would be really nice. Hard to imagine I don't want to do this with the cannon ship. So she could just take out the war pup. That swordsman's low enough on health that I'm not concerned about him at all. You over here. Their trebuchet was purchased in a position where it doesn't have any direct ability to attack us. Since I don't have the ability to do any meaningful damage with this guy, I'm tempted to just recap this building so that they'll have to spend time uncapping it again. I don't know that he actually has a play other than that. He could just run. I mean, it's not a terribly expensive unit to buy off health of, but like I was kind of hoping to make myself a giant here. Alright, I think I might just, like, do this. The trebuchet's dead. There's no saving it. Or rather, there's no saving it and also using it. We could have it roll way back to here and heal up instead. And we could all just completely fall back. I do have a massive economic advantage because of the fact that they're not capturing the side buildings. So maybe it's okay to just fall back and play quiet. Put Elodie far enough forward that she's going to get dragoned. For almost but not quite lethal. So I have to deal with that. So I'm going to surround her with units, I think. And this is my plan. To make it harder for them to deal multiple hits to her, because now they have to get through a bunch of stuff. I can't really move forward very much without the ballista getting attacked. But I suppose any flying unit that attacked the ballista would then get harpooned pretty badly. Go ahead and buy that golem. I'm debating putting the trebuchet here. I have a hard time believing that their dragon will be able to resist the urge to do that attack. I think basically we're playing a little bit of sacrifice here because I can afford to play a little bit of sacrifice. And then I'm debating about moving the ballista up. Having a little bit better air control here would certainly be helpful. If I move here, I'm gonna get hit by the... I mean, I'm gonna get hit by the swordsman either way. I guess I could move the ballista over to here. The harpy will attack it, but the harpy will get harpooned. Yeah. Okay. We can afford to be a little bit more aggressive with our units because we have the economic advantage. And I might sacrifice this guy to do some damage to the trebuchet, or I guess let's fall back. Fall back and heal and try to get into a position where we can actually fight. Okay, interesting move from the dragon there. And by interesting, I mean like objectively incorrect. Just a terrible play. Okay, well. So I smash their trebuchet. I take control of their dragon, right? I guess I don't actually know if you can do that. So we can critically attack this guy. Sorry, is that not critical? Oh, that's technically not a beach space. There we go. And critically attack this guy. It looks like a beach. It's got sand extending to into the water space a little bit, but it's just because it's a corner. Trying to figure out how I survive though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the dragon, we get to use the controlled unit the turn we take it over, right? So I either have to move the trebuchet, thus not attacking with it this turn, which is probably fine because it's a 5%, or I had to attack with it and then like hit the dragon from this side, but this is probably fine. Let's fall back and heal. You employ your Nocturne of Woe. Okay. You can kill that flyer, so there's not a lot of units up here that are able to attack me. She can, the dragon can kill that thing in one hit. Let's see, you can shoot this guy for some significant amount. I'm just trying to soften him up so that he doesn't have the ability to kill my swordsman very easily. Because my goal here is to make it so Mercia can't hit Elodie. Although I guess I can't actually get there. Right, because it's going to be the Spearman runs up, and, yeah, this is pretty bad, actually. Well, let's get ourselves an Alchemist so that I can heal Elodie if she survives, but I don't think she's going to. Let's just recap that. Okay. I don't actually know how healing works. Whether we heal at the end of our turn or at the beginning of our turn. Okay, Elodie just ran. Or, Mercia just ran. Alright, so that's a big win for us. Now we get to come down here and just crush this barracks. That's probably the more important target. So my dragon dies if I don't run it all the way away. Move to right here and paste that dude. Okay, so we have extending control. I have to get really far away to get to a place where they can't hit me. But I can get really far away, and I can keep harassing. So you can run this Alchemist forward, throw out a heal like that. I should probably actually move you to here. See here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'd really like the trebuchet to be there. Yeah, this is a place where it can't be shot by the cannon ship either. Just have you go down here and cast a heal like that. Then Elodie can just uncap this building, which does count as a killing blow, so that's a bunch of Wargroove again. That guy away. Okay. My dragon is definitely going to get shot by that archer, but the archer is weak enough that it's probably not going to be a big deal. And now we just need to regain a little bit of control. Like, we're in actually a pretty good place here in the middle. I think they're going to have a hard time holding the barracks. And once we have this barracks, we're going to be able to push across the bridge. I'm not sure whether they could have killed Elodie that turn. It's at least possible. We probably want to roll this thing forward, but I want to make sure I don't roll it into a position where it can get dragoned. And of course we got wind coming up next turn, so my units are not going to be able to shoot as far as I would like. How are we going to deal with this naval situation that's developing? I'm tempted to buy a turtle. The turtle's just going to get shot by the harpoon if we're not careful. But we have a cannon to deal with the harpoon ship already. And I'm going to split the harpoon ship and the ballista along the different sides of the island, I think. And then with 600 more gold, I am just going to buy another knight. And try to be a little more careful with this one. But we've made a pretty aggressive push here that I think is going to work out really well for us. Getting to take over a dragon is really nice. Okay, so their dragon is dead. In fact, they moved their dragon into a position where I get to crit it. It actually dies. That's a decision that you're technically allowed to make for some reason. Okay. I can't recap that building right now, but he should definitely at least get over there. They don't have a lot of units that are capable of capping over here, so if we uncap this, it's going to stay uncapped. We can get rid of that guy. And then you... Let me see here. She can't quite reach. Maybe she just captures this? Not ideal. The fact that they've not made any effort to take this makes me think we should just go right for it. We got a cannon ship over here. They would buy a turtle. But we could buy a harpoon the turn after. Yeah. I think that's pretty okay. So the harpoon ship does have limited range, and it will have limited range again next turn. Let's just finish off the archer so we don't have to worry about him. I'm trying to figure out if I think I need to use the giant to fight their giant, or if I'm okay just smashing this. I think I just smash this. Just don't let them hire anything here next turn. We could move Elodie to here to give the swordsman a crit. I think this might allow me to kill the spearman. Oh, I can already kill the spearman. We just have this guy cap this building. The swordsman move forward, but not forward far enough to get attacked by that battle pup. And if the giant wants to run over here and kill my swordsman, that's like 100% okay. Let's see. I can't move you at all, which sucks. You to here. And my options are basically trade cannon shots with this thing or back all the way off. I think I prefer trade cannon shots with this thing. These tiles are not beach, so he won't be able to crit me. If I moved to right here, 1, 2, 3, well, if I moved to right here though, I'm cool because he doesn't have, it's gonna be windy again. It's windy on their turn, and it's windy again the turn after. So I'm not in danger of him getting a crit on me in response. I think we have to do this. I just have to weaken him. And then maybe we move... I don't really want to move the harpoon ship back, but I also don't want it to get shot by the cannon ship. You know what? Actually, I do want to leave it here as bait for the cannon ship. Because I would much rather the weakened cannon ship shoot the harpoon ship, which is cheaper to replace, than have it fight my cannon. And we need to pick up 1,200 gold worth of something. You know what? I'll grab a warship right here, right now. And we can push forward and use that to cover our new acquisition. And then we could use a cannon ship and a harpoon ship together over here. Will make it very difficult for them to make any, prevent us, rather, from making headway on the left side. So do we want to buy anything else? I could buy another pike. Put us in a position where we could occasionally actually get a pike crit. That leaves them with a healthy giant, but we have a lot of units. Yeah, not ideal, but uncapping that barracks is very valuable. Can they even recap it this turn? Okay, so let's start with this. You are going to grab this thing for me. Let's see what they do with this dragon. We're still range reduced this turn, but we won't be next turn. My attack has a minimum range of 2, so I can't get that guy with a crit. That's not a beach, yes. He took the only beach spot. You can reduce him to somewhere between 10 and 4%. Shallow water gives us... Oh. Yeah, the shallow water gives us an extra point of defense, so I guess that would be the smart thing to do. Okay, that was pretty close to the expected value. Move forward to the last position I can get to that he can't hit. Kind of think I want to move in. I want to try to bait their ships forward. We have a superior formation, and I could even buy another ship to supplement it this turn. I think buying a harpoon ship up here is a mistake, but buying a turtle here right now is probably okay. Or we could just hire, like, another golem. This dragon definitely complicates matters. And apologies if I'm going slowly here. I'm just trying not to get caught being stupid again. Or alternatively, we could buy a trebuchet over here and just try to take control of this tower and start pushing in from this side with like dragons and harpies. We could buy an anti-air unit of our own, like we could buy a witch. That might be a good idea, actually. I'm going to buy a trebuchet here, and let's see how they respond to that. I'm also going to get a sea turtle. You're going to stay where you are, just outside of that dragon's range. You are in no danger at all, so just keep attacking stuff for free. Yeah, I guess I'm not terribly afraid of the battle pup, but I'm less afraid of the swordsman. Then over here we'll have Elodie punch this guy down to very, very low. She might be able to pick up a killing blow there and get herself back in Wargroove range. This guy just run. Oh, we don't do anything at all, and so if you're not going to move, you can at least shoot that building. Okay. I think we're all set. Yep, no big surprises there. I guess I'm a little surprised by how much damage Elodie took from the very low health giant. I think the difficulty must affect the attack percentages and stuff, because I'm relatively certain that wouldn't work that way for me. Alright, so... well, we're definitely buying a harpoon ship here. Okay, and it doesn't matter what side we get it on. So I have this alchemist heal Elodie and himself. And maybe also our giant. They made no attempt to respond to this. I don't know that I really want to go back. I don't think I care about that barracks at all. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're going to be able to probably uncap that and then recap it on this next turn, which may or may not end up mattering. You get got from here, which means you get that. Okay, so that ship is pretty much out of the game. Elodie definitely has to fall back, right? Because I have to not get dragoned. Yeah, Elodie falls back. We can easily kill both of these units. I would really love it if Elodie could get a kill here, but I don't think it's safe. So we have to kill the... Or we can't kill the dragon this turn because he... just a little bit too far away from the ballista. We can have Elodie drop back to, like, here, and then put units around her so the dragon can't get to her. They won't have enough units to hack through everything. I want to make sure that all of my units are standing inside of the range of the trebuchet, or the ballista. So you stand here, the alchemist falls back to here and casts a heal. The spearman goes there, and now the dragon can't hit her unless something kills one of these two units, which can't happen because they don't have enough stuff close by. We'll just recap this. Smash you from here. The ballista actually has to move backward to not get dragoned. And the dragon would kill it in one hit, right? Yeah. It'll look like we're ceding an awful lot of territory here for just a moment. Okay, this dragon would be able to hit this no matter what. So I'm ready to counter their sea monsters. If we bait the dragon over here, it's actually pretty great for us, I think. Let's uncap that real quick. I think I might... I'm just a tiny bit of gold short. In that case, maybe it's a ranger? I need something that's versatile over here, can hit air units, is good at ground units. I think a ranger is a pretty good buy. We have a lot of income now. Alright, I'm very curious to see how they respond to this trebuchet push over here. Okay. So Elodie charges 5% per turn. Oh wow, they're actually going to run out of ability to make flying units very soon here. You are just going to go get me some more economy. The turtle doesn't actually have to, like, it just needs to be kind of over here. Something like, it's so fast, it doesn't really matter where we keep it. So you get harpooned. Need to move the cannon ship in to finish off this thing so that my turtle can... Oh, I can't quite make it to the deep water, though. Well, that's fine. Let's get started. This dragon's going to get the giant if it wants the giant. I think I'm okay with that. I'm a little bummed out about the fact that they're going to get to hire something here, and it could be a giant. It will be a giant or a trebuchet or something. Not a lot we can do about that. We're able to now hire dragons like really close to them, and they're about to not have any recourse against them except for ballistas. Wondering if we should hire another cannon ship, or... If I were to hire another ship, actually, it'd probably have to be over here, right? So we are still having a little bit of trouble maintaining the Eastern Strait. It's not a lot of damage, but it's still meaningful. Can't quite knock the building out, which is a real shame. But I think I'm going to go for it. We're going to do a lot of damage to it so that we can retake it next turn. This guy's low enough that, as long as I don't put myself on the road, I think you know what? We'll be, like, really safe and play all the way over here. The dragon's range lets it hit the ballista from pretty much anywhere, but at this point, it's weak enough that I doubt it'll get a kill. So I'm going to move the ballista, again, not onto the road, but over here nearby. Guy's going to get in position to capture this building. Alright, I think we've made all the moves we need to make. Now we need to buy some stuff. We could get another cannon ship. I think the one harpoon ship will be enough to control the air over here. Especially since they're about to lose their tower. But if they buy like a dragon this turn here, and then have the dragon and the harpy come after us, it feels like it will probably be a waste, but it might be a good insurance move. And like the fact that we buy the harpoon ship probably means they don't buy the dragon at all. But like I said, it's reasonable, I think, as an insurance play. And then get an alchemist, good, fast, versatile unit. We'll uncap the barracks again next turn, almost certainly. Yep, they get to do that, and then we get to kill their turtle. Okay. They didn't actually choose to finish off the giant, which I think is pretty poor play. Let's drop you. I actually don't need to get a killing blow with Elodie this turn. She's going to get to... Ooh. Oh no, if I get that close, I can't shoot the turtle. Yeah, I don't need to get a killing blow with Elodie this turn. She's going to get her kill no matter what. Or she's going to get her Wargroove no matter what. Alright, over here we're going to purchase... It's probably not a dragon at first. I guess I'm like backing up like it's going to help. I think it's still going to be able to hit me. Can you finish off the tower? Yes, you can. Okay, that means we can do this with the cannon ship. We can do this with our turtle, because turtles are ridiculously fast. We can actually finish off the flying unit, which is worth doing, because these harpoon ships are likely to not be useful again. If we drop you, then the knight gets to take the this guy. I think we just smashed this thing. I'm not worried about the battle pop. Let's just make that not theirs. You take advantage of the space of bonus range in this way or this way. I think that's a little bit better. Then I guess Elodie may as well come down here and smash this dude, because she's not in any danger at all anymore. This guy could run up on land and attack her, but it's not exactly terrifying. Oh, because of the point of bonus range, I can just kill the archer. I don't know that I think that's even worth the trouble. Yeah, I don't care about that. I just want to move forward. So do I want to buy a witch here? Again, a witch feels kind of bad because of the fact that the number of flying units that they have left is now extremely limited. I guess I just buy a harpy. We'll just counter harpy them. I get to hit theirs first. It's going to be normal weather next turn. How much damage do you do to a trebuchet? It's 60? Alright, we'll move the trebuchet down to here then. 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. And just back this guy off. We don't have to let this harpy do anything at all, and if she comes forward, then we get to trade blows favorably. Alright, so 476 left. What do I want to buy? I'm not actually sure I want to buy anything. This might be a save turn. So that we can get, like, a dragon and also a cannon or something. I do believe they have lost control of the situation. They're out here buying cannon ships directly in front of my full health turtle. Seems more than a little desperate. Okay, the harpy bailed out. Purchase ourselves a dragon. I actually think this might be worthwhile, because this is a little bit of an annoyance. And move you back to here and just finish off the turtle. Yeah, I don't really have very good control over here. That's probably something we should do something about. Okay, you can capture land structures from a water tile. Good to know. I have a feeling that that's going to be a problem they're going to have to deal with, like, really soon. If I move to here... No, the spearman cannot quite reach me. Grab that. I think we're just going to keep Alchemist healing the giant as we move forward. Yeah, it's a little bit of a shame I didn't plan this out a little bit better so that we could get a heal on the knight as well. Move up here and wait. You move up here and wait. And then do I want to grab, like, a merfolk or something? Just, like, help establish a little bit more sea control over here? I guess if I was going to do that, I would do it here. You can go and threaten to claim that. You may as well move forward to here. Okay, I think we've got pretty serious control of this area. Do I want to just critically hit this harpy? I think I do. I think I'm okay with that. This guy only has 9% health. Very soon they're not going to have the ability to hire units. We could kill the archer instead. Okay, but the merfolk cannot get close enough to kill that barracks. This is definitely the rule. And now the only higher building they have is that dock. Fortunately, these ships cannot attack structures. Okay, that problem is resolved. Down here and get ready to shoot at some dudes. We don't quite have the archer crit. This is a cunningly placed guy. So I guess I just roll the trebuchet forward. I mean, we could run the harpy forward and the dragon at the same time. They can't deal with both of them. It is a shame, though, that we can't quite get the spearman out of the way. Can't quite afford a dragon. Make sure that that guy understands how loved he is. But yeah, this is done. Yeah, why not? I don't think we're hiring anything meaningful this turn. So you need to get on land and just be ready to cap that barracks for us. Okay. I guess we hire a knight here? Is that the best thing we can do? I'm gonna get a harpy. Probably this is a kill on Mercia rather than a kill on the building. Can Elodie use Nocturne of Woe on ships? She can't get adjacent to it. Cap that for me. Finish him off. Okay. So we're just about done here. Ah, can't quite get there. Sure. Go ahead and top off. We don't really need to move the rest of these units in. I guess we can move in the ones that are possibly going to have attack range next turn. That's good enough. Wait. Okay. Now we're good. Well, that was a little bit more of a grand battle. It always does seem to be a trebuchet that deals the final blow, though, right? Like, I know I'm way too into trebuchets, but they're very good. Alright, let's, the final battle is Requiem versus Requiem. That one I played slowly enough, 19 turns, that we probably don't have time to get into this right now. I'm not even sure if we're allowed to leave once we've entered the level. There's definitely, you're not allowed to use the checkpoint system in the arcade mode levels, so I guess we better not even press the thing. But this is where we will we'll come back next time. So, come back for hot cello on cello action, I guess, and we'll see you then.